By the way, guys, as we were speaking
for this,
guys, as we're speaking, the federal judge just put a temporary restraining order on Doge and has barred Elon and his team from accessing U.S. Treasury payments data.
All right. So now we're going to have a real grudge match between the public.
Which judge was it? Federal judge?
Federal judge, yeah.
Would you know why? Do you want to say why?
No, but Elizabeth Warren is doing a victory lap, so I'm sure that, she's part of it.
So the government agency set up by the president can't look at the database of the Treasury?
So just to be double click here, Doge is not a new agency. It's the renaming of an existing agency. I can't remember the name of it. We'll have to find it. Elon tweeted about this some weeks ago. That was set up under Obama, actually, to do this, to create an audit function to the government. What's crazy about this ruling to me is Congress basically is the Constitution delegates to the executive the ability to spend the money, and they go through Congress. It gets actually appropriated in Congress, and the executive spends it. How can you spend money if you don't know where it went? I mean, how can you be responsible, right? You have the authority to spend it, but not the. And how can you responsibly spend it if you actually can't go look and see where it goes?
Guys, this is flying fast and furious. President Trump just unveiled his framework for his tax plan. No tax on tips, no tax on senior Social Security, no tax on overtime pay. Renew the middle-class tax cuts, adjust the SALT cap. So again, very as I said, pro-labor, pro-populist. Eliminate all special tax breaks for billionaire sports team owners. Oh, all right. I'm no longer. I already sold the team. I already sold my piece. I already sold my piece. Oops. Close the carried interest tax. Close the carried interest tax deduction loophole, which allowed you to claim carried interest.
Sorry, Antonio.
Oh, no, please. I better run.
Oh, no.
I'll be back in a few hours and sell some things.
Isn't that incredible? I mean, he is really going for the jugular. Wow. Amazing. I support this 100%.
The SALT deduction's coming back. Is that right?
Yeah, marginally, though. I don't think he's going to give it the way that it was before, but isn't this incredible? I mean, who's going to stand up and lay on the railroad tracks for being able to amortize a multi-billion-dollar sports team purchase, or that when you make a fund investment, you should get long-term cap gains treatment? Who is going to be that person in this? Nobody's going to stand up for these things.
I think we should just stop doing venture and just start NGOs. We just start a whole rat's nest of NGOs to ship money around.
You could have an incubator.
Yeah, absolutely. NGO incubator.
NGO incubator.
Come, if you've got a great idea for an NGO,
Jake, why did you launch in every single random developing country in the world?
I mean, if I had known
you would have had $8 billion of AUM because of a USAID.
Just launch one in Vietnam, and we could have
NGO launch. Go launch. I love it.
We could have had a launch accelerator in Vietnam for transgender. Yeah,
the Jason Calacanis launch fund of Equatorial Guinea.
I mean, it is so crazy, though, to come out and, watching the Democrats, just the self-own of coming out and being like, we have to stop people from stopping wasteful spend. Like, they just don't seem to understand how unpopular.
These are kitchen table issues, like Ram said. I mean, everyone cares about that. And if you don't care about that, if you care about these fringe issues and not the things people care about on the kitchen table.
Well, and if you think about the transgender sports issue, biological males playing in female sports leagues, that issue that Trump just did an EO yesterday for was such an obvious issue of fairness, and has nothing to do with transgender. It just has to do with like biology. If a biological male plays basketball on a biological female team, somebody's going to get hurt, and that person's going to score 100 points.